Hello everyone, welcome on YouTube. We just went live on YouTube a little bit earlier because we're trying a different lighting.
Oh, it looks good.
And I think it does look good. So,
Looks
okay,
good.
let's go live on Facebook too. Are we right? Hi everybody, welcome to Live from Lockdown. We are live on YouTube and Facebook here on Sunday, July something. What day is it?
19th.
July 19th. Celebrating Billie Holiday and Lester Young. Hi, Julie in Portland. Oh, thank you so much. So when you guys sign on, please say hi and tell me where you're watching from. I've been having some technology or machine problems this week, but it looks like everything's working. Okay, there are some people that are signing on to Facebook. I was worried for a second. So we are talking about Billie Holiday and Lester Young today and their music. Of course, the Billie Holiday music, there's so many things to talk about her. And I've chosen to really focus in on her time in the 30s with Lester Young. So we're going to be talking about early Billie Holiday. Hi, Bill on YouTube. Nice to see you again. I see a lot of people on Facebook. Vincent, Leslie, hi. Hi, Rodney, Ralph, Malcolm. Hi, Terry and Dave. Leslie, yes, it is super hot here on the eastern seaboard.
That's
Hi,
why
Graham.
I have no sport coat on.
Steven didn't wear a jacket today. Hi, Alexander in Germany. Oh, and Sergio in Buenos Aires. So good to see you guys. Stefano in Bologna. Nice to see you. I really miss Italy. I was hoping to come to Tuscany this August like I did last year, but I think it's not going to happen. Very sad. Hello, John. I know, so Sergio really wants to hear some Claude Bowling plus, but, oh my gosh, Johnny, hi.
Johnny who?
Johnny Valenti.
Oh, Johnny Valenti.
Hi,
All right.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing good. We miss you. We miss Birdland. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Bruce and Julie in Aylesbury and Pierre's in France. Nicole, Vancouver Island. I bet it's beautiful up there. I was just talking to my agent about my Canadian tour in February of 2021. Fingers crossed that it's going to work out. Hey, Lisa in Connecticut. I was just reminiscing about Litchfield. I was looking at old photos. Hi, Simon in Oxford. Nice to see you. Paul Weiss says, Lady Sunday. That's clever.
Good. Yeah.
Thank you, Paul. That's cute. So, hi, Troy. Nice to see you. So we're here every Sunday, and we've been doing some, like a little bit of jazz history, a little bit of focus to our shows. Like I said, today's Billie Holiday and Lester Young. Got my fan. This is the fan. It's like a magical fan.
The best fan.
It's the best fan and the smallest fan. And it's good luck. That's why I have it. Hi, Antonio in Australia. Thank you so much. Hi, Mark in Northern Ireland. We have people from Peru today, Barcelona. I know we have a lot of new people. Welcome to all of my new friends on Facebook. Actually, this week I had so many new followers on Facebook, so I hope that you guys are here. And it's nice to see you. Mark's in Washington.
Why don't I see any messages on YouTube?
I think on YouTube, I think people watch it on their smart TV.
Oh, so they can't make
and
messages?
they don't message.
I see. Oh, there's one.
Oh, no. Martin wants you to, he's watching. Hi, Martin in Virginia.
Just wondering. I don't see
Hi,
anything.
Joyce. Oh, Bill and Marion. Good to see you guys. And Greg and Michael in Dublin. It's super hot. I had a pretty good week, actually. I went to the beach here in New York. I went to Rockaway Beach, and so funny, when I was there, actually, quite a few of my friends from New York were also there, which is kind of funny. It was a beautiful day, and it was pretty busy, but everybody was still social distancing, and we had a very nice time. Hi, Jen and John and Metuchen. Thank you, guys. So I dressed up today because I think Billie Holiday is very glamorous, and in all of my favorite photos, she is wearing really pretty dresses, and I want to point out, maybe immodestly, that we have been live 17 weeks, and I have not repeated an outfit.
Oh.
High five. Yes. So, okay, let's play some music. This is a song that she originally recorded with Lester Young, I believe. I'm not a historian, but I was checking up in all my books, and I believe this was 1938. And this is back in your own backyard. Hi, Avi. Avi says, that thing ain't your biggest fan. No, it's my smallest fan.
It's the smallest fan.
It's the most tiny fan. Okay, let's play.
We're
Teddy Wilson.
also
I'm also Teddy Wilson today.
we're focusing on Lester and Billie from the 30s.
Correct.
30s.
1930s. The 2030s?
1930s.
Okay, just checking. So, back in your own backyard.
Your backyard.
Lyrics by Al Jolson.
Really?
Unusual. The bird with feathers of blue is waiting for you back in your own backyard. You see a castle in Spain from your window pane, back in your own backyard. You can go to the east, go to the west, but someday you'll come weary at heart, back where you started from. You'll find your happiness lies right under your eyes, back in your own backyard. Terrence. Hi, Martha. Nice to see you guys. If you're just joining us, please say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. And don't forget to share the video. That would be great. We've had such good numbers since we started.
17 weeks.
17 weeks. We've had such good numbers, and all of that is because of you guys.
Amazing numbers.
Yeah, amazing numbers. Hi, Terrence. I was supposed to be in California this week on tour. I was going to be, last night I was going to be at Kawamba. Coming up, I was going to be at the Newport Beach concert series. So it's good to see some of my California friends on here. Thank you, Simon. Thank you, Leslie. So I just want to continue with the tunes right away. This is one I learned. Billie Holiday actually recorded this twice. It's a beautiful ballad. And the first version is with Lester Young from the 30s. I wish I knew all my dates.
Everything's in the 30s today that we're playing.
Everything's in the 30s.
30s, Billie and Lester.
And I want you guys to know I researched for this. You can't see if you're on Facebook, but if you're on YouTube, you can see I've got a lot of books out. Actually, we have about 10 books probably on Billie Holiday. We've chosen some of them here for us today. But this is Everything I Have Is Yours. Everything I have is yours. You're part of me. Everything I have is yours. My destiny. I would gladly give the sun to you. And the stars that shine. Everything that I possess, I offer you. Let my dream of happiness come true. I'd be happy just to spend my life waiting at your beck and call. Everything I have is yours. My life, my Everything I have is yours. My life, my
Beautiful.
Thank you very much. Thank you guys. I really love that song. All of these songs that we are playing today for you guys really are the recordings. These original recordings we're talking about with Billie Holiday and Lester Young and mostly Teddy Wilson at the piano are really super classic. Oh, Simon has a request. It's a good request too. It wasn't on the list, but maybe we should do it.
What?
He wants to hear You Turned the Tables on Me.
Oh, is that 30s?
Yeah.
Um,
All my favorite songs are literally these songs. This is it. This is my favorite stuff.
These tunes you were saying, whatever you just said, you know the thing. But these tunes went on to become the jazz standards of the 20th century. Mm-hmm. Many of them. I mean,
yes.
Played well into the late 20th century by all great jazz musicians.
And I think this one that we're going to play right now is a classic, originally recorded by Jimmy Lunsford, also one of my favorite bands. I recorded on my first record, and I think the reason this isn't played more is that it's really a strange form.
Very odd.
Very odd. And this is called He Ain't Got Rhythm. He ain't got rhythm. Every night he sits in the house alone, 'cause he ain't got rhythm. Every night he sits there and wears a frown. He attracted some attention when he found the fourth dimension. He ain't got rhythm, so no one's with him. He's the loneliest man in town. A lonely man is here, bending over his books. His wife and family keep giving him the dirty look, 'cause he ain't got rhythm. When they call him up, it's to call him down. With that daring aviator, he encircles the equator, 'cause he ain't got rhythm, so no one's with him. He's the loneliest man in town. much. Thank you guys so much.
Now that's on your very.
That's on my very first record. It's a fun song, and the Lunsford version is so great. And I tried to recreate the ending right there, and it was like,
pretty good.
yeah, I'm gonna go with it. Solo piano is always perfect because I'm by myself.
So we're talking about these two hugely popular musicians, Billie Holiday and Lester Young, two of the most popular and influential jazz musicians of all time.
Yes.
So we should show a couple of pictures.
Oh yeah, I'm so focused on the music. We have some great photos here. If you guys are just joining in, please say hi and tell me where you're watching from and share the video. And I'm going to show you some photos. This is a great book. Herman Leonard, super famous and important jazz photographer.
And actually, that's Lester's hat.
Oh yeah, Stephen wanted to. This is from a recording studio. I like the Coke bottle with the. Is that a cigarette?
Yeah, he's there. He's in the picture with his head down. It's the
No,
top
he's
of his head.
not.
Yes, he is. It comes from a TV show.
Except no. This one is the one where he's on the brief. It's the hat's on the briefcase.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe not. Who knows? Oh yeah, these are great. These are super classic Herman Leonard
That's
photos
great.
of Billie Holiday.
Show that one.
I like this one when she has kind of her short hair here. And I'll tell you guys that during this pandemic, I have been thinking a lot about cutting off all my hair. I think that's a thing, right? Other women feel that way? Yes? No? Stephen?
Yeah.
Anyone?
I did cut mine off. Yeah.
I love this one. She's so glamorous in this outfit here. Very famous. Of course, these are later. These are not in the 30s. But it's still her. And that's her putting on her makeup. Oh, gosh, I can never get it right. That's so cool. Was Lester in here too, Stephen?
Well, I don't know.
He marked them with the Post-its.
Yeah.
It's very far down. Oh, yeah. These are also, I think, again, this is later Lester. I don't know if you guys can see. These glossy books are so beautiful, but they're actually really hard to get on the camera.
Because these are Herman Leonard pictures.
Lester Young was born in 1909?
Yes.
1909 in Mississippi, over the border. You say he actually lived in New Orleans.
They lived in New Orleans, yes.
Before they moved to Minneapolis. And then Billie Holiday was born in 1915. So they were close in age, but she was a little bit younger. All the women are saying they just want a haircut. Short or long, whatever. Just someone cut my hair. That's funny. Tell us more, Stephen, about why they're important while I look for these other photos.
Well, both of these musicians can arguably be said to be two of the most influential musicians of all time because of the nature of their influence on other jazz musicians that were to come after them. People today don't realize the enormity of the popularity of Lester Young. Lester Young was a
He was a cult figure.
He was a cult figure in his day.
His clothes, the way he talked,
Right.
not only his music, but just his whole personality.
And a lot of what we know now as the way jazz musicians talk, that came from Lester Young. That's the way he talked. And he influenced others to be that way. He was one of his greatest people that he influenced was Charlie Parker. There would have been no Charlie Parker had there not been a Lester Young. But people would come from miles around to see the Count Basie band just so they could see Lester Young sitting at the end of the saxophone section. And he sat at the end of it.
What were some of his famous solos?
Those solos in the 30s.
You Can Depend on Me.
Yeah.
Paper Moon.
He was the main soloist in the saxophone section.
Well, but it was him and Herschel Evans, right?
Yes.
I mean, Herschel passed away early.
Herschel played more of the Texas tenor style. And Lester played his style, which was no one else's style.
There is Billie. Sorry to interrupt with this photo. There's this photo of her here. I think this is 41 with the famous gardenia in her hair. I think she looks very beautiful. Very young.
And Billie brought to the music a style which had never been heard as well. Even though there were some famous singers in her day and slightly before her, none had the stylistic impact of Billie Holiday. Even today,
yeah,
she may be considered the most famous jazz singer in jazz history,
I
other
think-
than Louis Armstrong, maybe.
I think the thing about Billie Holiday, it's been so great this week getting to go back, and I've been listening to her all week and singing along with these records, is it's so perfect, like the perfect diction, perfect rhythm, perfect,
Phrasing.
thank you, and very super difficult to truly copy. Like, you can mimic it, but to really get in there in the rhythms, the way she sang or the way Lester Young played is super hard. And we're going to do another song right now. This is Me, Myself, and I, another song they recorded together. And I know I see a lot of people asking for Strange Fruit. We're not going to be doing Strange Fruit. That's later. She wrote that in the 50s. Maybe late 40s.
Well, it
But I
wasn't
feel
in
like
the
the
30s.
recording is 51.
It wasn't in the 30s.
But if you guys want to listen to that, you can. There's several versions of her singing it online. Yeah, the Jerry Danzig book is great. Actually, that Billie Holiday book by Jerry Danzig, I don't have. I've only seen it. It's really beautiful. Also, I have to go back, and Heather said Dan cut her hair.
Uh-oh.
Wow, I want to see. I haven't cut mine.
Like with scissors?
Yeah, with scissors. She did. She inhabited the songs. She's saying, we're going to sing this one now. This is one, as I said, these songs and this music has been my absolute favorite since I was a little girl. And I first sang this on like my very first gig at Borders Books and Music in Norman. And this is Me, Myself, and I. Yeah?
Yeah.
Me, myself, and I are all in love with you. We all think you're wonderful, yes we do. Me, myself, and I have just one point of view. We're convinced there's no one else but you. It can't be denied, dear. You brought the sun to us. We'd be satisfied, dear, if you'd belong to one of us. If you pass us by, 3 hearts will break in two, 'cause me, myself, and I are all in love with you. And Avi, Avi said, look, recently on my Instagram, I posted this triptych of 3 photos of my face that my friend Antonio took in Barcelona. And he says, and I said, I want that to be an album cover one day. And that's the name of the album cover. I mean,
me, myself, and I.
well, because
the
it's
3 pictures.
The 3 girls and the me, myself, and I.
Oh, clever.
I like it. Yes, please share if you like the music. And I posted yesterday about how much I really appreciate all the support that I've received from you guys during this time. You know, all my tours and gigs have been canceled or postponed, certainly since March, but also in some cases through the rest of the summer into the fall. So these are my performances. We do this every Sunday, every week, because you guys come and you're here with me. And I really appreciate all the support and the donations. And if you would like to tip, if you're enjoying the show, you can through PayPal or Venmo or Zelle. And all those links are in the text box. I'll see if I can get my producer to share it in the comments right now. And thank you. Someone just said thank you on your new release, Bird Song. Thank you so much. It'll be out August 28th. Hey, Jim. I have been emailing you, and I only now just realized they're not going through, so I need to call you on the phone. I'm going to do that. That was Me, Myself, and I. You'll notice a lot of these tempos are the best tempos. They're dance tempos. They're not too fast. They're not too slow, and they're really perfect, in my opinion. Simon asked for this song. I think we should do it. One of my favorite songs of all time. Also, on my first record, this is You Turned the Tables on Me. This is an audible.
Yeah.
It wasn't on the list.
On your record, this song is also is also the last recording of Dennis Irwin
This is true.
playing bass. You and Dennis, it's a duo, right?
Yeah. Yes, the 30s is very romantic. I think that's why I like it. You turned the tables on me, and now I'm falling for you. You turned the tables on me. I can't believe that it's true. I always thought when you brought the prince you brought, why hadn't you brought me more? Now if you'd come, I'd welcome anything from the 5 and 10 cent store. You used to call me the top. You put me up on a throne, you let me fall. And now I'm all on my own. But after thinking it over and over, I got what was coming to me. Just like the sting of a bee, you turn the tables on up on a throne. You let me fall with a drop, and now I'm all on my own. But after thinking it over and over, I got what was coming to me just like the sting of a bee. You turn the tables on me. You turn the tables on me. Thank you. I love that song. And since we're doing songs that I love, and we're talking about Billie Holiday, that I love, yes, Gilead says we should do When You're Smiling. I agree. We actually did that during the Louis Armstrong show, maybe like a month or 6 weeks ago. But it is one that I definitely want to bring into our book. But I was going to say, let's do
What about
my ultimate favorite song of all time.
whoa? What about a little about Lester and Billie?
Yeah.
When they first met.
Yes, this is interesting. I thought you were going to tell it.
Go ahead.
No. So I believe they met on a jam session. Is that true?
In New York.
Yes, here in New York in 1934, if I'm right.
I think that's right.
Billie would have been 18, 19 years old, and they just became such good friends. I want to say they fell in love, but not in a romantic love, but they were immediately like platonic soulmates. And he actually was here. He was here in town on the road with Fletcher Henderson, was having trouble in that band. He left the band and he moved in with Billie and her mother Sadie in Harlem. They were living, and the three of them became roommates for actually quite a few years.
A long time, yeah. Now, why was Lester moving around on so many different bands back in these days?
Tell us.
You tell us.
Lester was moving around.
He would play with a lot of different bands. Kansas City, then he would play with the bands in New York. He was playing with the bands in Chicago. He was getting a lot of different gigs, but he didn't last a long, long time on these gigs.
He didn't last a long time on these gigs because his style of playing the tenor was so different and so new that it wasn't necessarily what people wanted or what they were used to, and so he just kind of didn't.
But why is that?
Fit in.
But why was that?
My producer's laughing. I feel like I'm saying
that was because the most famous tenor saxophone of the day was the legendary Coleman Hawkins.
Yes, totally different.
A completely, totally different style of playing tenor saxophone. And tenor saxophone was, other than trumpet, probably the most popular solo instrument in jazz. And it was dominated by Coleman Hawkins.
Right.
So everybody wanted a tenor player in their band, which there were a lot of big bands, who sounded like Coleman Hawkins.
Right.
Lester Young had a huge reputation as being great, but when they got him in their bands, all the different bands, he didn't sound like Coleman Hawkins.
No. He had different sound, different
He had a lighter
ideas,
sound.
different rhythms.
He played more melodically, not so vertically as horizontally.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a lighter sound, and he just had a different approach. Right?
Yeah, but Vincent's comment is
What's Vincent say?
I have to read it.
Well, so this is important because Lester was moving around a lot.
Yeah, he was.
He had yet to land in the Basie band.
He had yet to land permanently in the Basie band before he moved in with Billie.
Right.
Do you want to know what Vincent's comment is?
Yes, I do.
He says, "Objection, Stephen's leading the witness."
Yes, I'm leading the witness. No, but it's important. People don't understand about Lester Young. He was a very, very controversial and popular figure of the day. But it was very interesting because he played in 4 or 5 different bands in the 30s until 1936 when I'm leading the witness.
I know, I'm listening to you.
Well, tell me what happened.
In 1936, he joins the Count Basie band, and they start making the Decca recordings.
They make the famous Decca recordings.
Working for John Hammond.
Right, and he became,
I know.
at that time, he became a superstar.
I know these things. I mean, I only know them because he's taught them to me
Yeah.
before.
Now, Billie didn't join the Basie band until the 40s.
Well, oddly enough, that's not super true. She did sub. And that's
That's true. She did get some gigs.
She subbed, and we we can play that tune right now. I wanted to do He's Funny That Way, but maybe we should just do this one.
Sure.
This is a tune that she recorded on a couple air checks with the Basie Band in the late 30s. Maybe one of them is in 41. But it's super swinging. I love it. And it's called Swing, Brother, Swing. And the Decas are my absolute favorite recorded jazz music of all time. And I particularly love them. I love to drive around America, like drive cross country, and I think they are particularly suited to interstate driving. I'm serious. Next time you're on I-35 or I-40, not so much I-95. Well, I-95 in the Carolinas, maybe. But you got to be on like a wide open road. Put on the Decas, and you'll see what I mean.
That's because you're from Oklahoma.
I'm from, yeah, because this music is from Oklahoma.
Out there, yeah.
This is Swing, Brother, Swing. In your tempo. Deep rhythm captivates me. Hot rhythm stimulate me. Can't help but swing, swing, brother, swing. Don't stop to diddle daddle. Stop this foolish prattle. Come on, swing me boys, swing it, brother, swing. Raring to go, and ain't nobody gonna hold me down. Say listen, hurry up and send me, let me go to town. Stop this diddle daddle and this foolish prattle. Come on and send me, swing it, brother, swing.
Love that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's great. You have to go
Swing it.
listen. You have to go listen. It's called Swing, Brother, Swing. You can find it on YouTube and on Spotify. There's two versions, studio and air. Or they're both air checks, but one you can hear the applause. Joyce says, do you think the 30s music was more romantic because it was a time in between? I can't read the rest of the comment, but I think she's going to say because it was in between the wars. And also during the Depression.
Well, maybe more importantly, although those are true things, maybe more importantly, it was the apex of the swing dance era, the late 30s.
No, but she's saying more in a metaphysical sense. Why?
Yeah, well, that's religion.
I think it was just, I don't know, I love
that
those
may be
music.
true, yeah.
Yeah, between the wars, but also I think the Depression. This was music to make you feel good, to make you feel happy.
There's a lot of art during the Depression.
Mm-hmm.
Art flourished.
Right. That's true. This is one of my favorite. This is my favorite song of all time ever. Originally made famous by Ruth Etting, way back when talkies were just starting, and then of course recorded by Billie Holiday multiple times. There's several different versions of lyrics to this song. I'm gonna sing my favorite, but Ruth Etting sang it, "I'm Funny That Way," and Billie Holiday sang it, "He's Funny That Way." We're gonna do that one. I ain't much to look at, nothing to see. Glad to be living, just lucky to be. I got a man waiting for me. He's funny that way. I ain't got a dollar. No, I can't save a cent. But he wouldn't holler. He'd live in a tent. I've got a man crazy for me. He is funny that way. Though he'd love to work and slave for me every day, he'd be so much better if I would go away. Why should I leave him? Why should I go? He'll be unhappy without me. I know I've got a man Though he'd love to work and slay for me every day, he'd be so much better off if I would just go away. Why should I leave him? Why should I go? He'll be unhappy without me, I know. I've got a man crazy for me. He's funny that way. He's funny that Thank you very much. I saw, Linda made a great point about territory bands.
Mhm.
She was saying that the 30s were a lot of territory bands, and that means regional
Yes.
bands, bands that traveled around territorially or regionally. Benny Moan's band was a territory band, and Basie's band was really a territory band before the Decas.
All the Kansas City bands, yeah.
I know the Basie band is a Kansas City band, but in my mind and in my heart, it's an Oklahoma band.
Well, yeah.
But that's, I mean, historically speaking, we say it's a Kansas City
A lot of the musicians were from Oklahoma
Yeah.
in that band.
Jimmy Rushing, the Page Brothers,
Walter Page, yeah.
Hot Lips Page,
Yeah.
Page-
Hot Lips Page.
Page Brothers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, both of them.
Yeah.
One little quick thing while we're on the Lester Young thing. I think an interesting story
Yeah.
about a friend of mine who's about 100 years old now. He lives out in...
What's his name?
His name is Dick Hilbert.
Is he in Oklahoma?
He's in Oklahoma. He lives out there. He was a sociology professor. He was a brilliant man and also a very good jazz drummer. And he lived up here in New York back in the days and used to play with Jerry Mulligan and all these different players. And he was quite into the scene, into the jazz scene. And I got to know him when I was younger. He was an older guy when I met him, although he's still alive. Like I say, he's about 100. And he loved to talk about records, and we would argue. Like most jazz musicians, we would argue about.
No, jazz musicians never argue.
Yeah, like who's the greatest this or that,
Uh-huh.
who's blah blah blah. And I remember in one of our discussions, and I was young and foolish, and he said something about Lester Young, and I sort of fluffed it off as let's talk about the real things. And he angrily stopped the conversation, and proceeded to lecture me and educate me about Lester Young. He said, you have no idea who Lester Young was or what he was about. He said, we worshiped Lester Young as a jazz god. He said, Lester Young was our hero. And he went on to tell me all this stuff. And I forever, of course, right after that, then I went out and got some Lester Young records, started reading about Lester Young, and educated myself about Lester Young. And people don't realize today how important Lester was to the music, and also as a pop culture figure.
Yeah.
He was hugely famous. His clothing and his speech and the way he held his horn and the solos that he had on different recordings with Basie mostly, but he was very, very famous. In fact, Dick was telling me at the time, and I'll finish the story. He was telling me Lester Young was the Madonna of our day. He was saying, his day when he was younger.
That's not very nice.
That's weird, but that's what he said. I mean,
Why don't we play something that Lester Young was famous for playing?
well, let's play one of his favorite tunes.
That sounds good to me.
It's
It's Only a Paper Moon.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sing it today, but I love that Dave says you should write a book, Stephen. I agree, quite frankly. And I bought you a new computer, so you can
do it.
You can do it. The great Eddie Jefferson lyrics to this are about a rocket to the moon.
Is Eddie's lyrics, are they Lester solo?
Yeah, everybody's talking,
Yeah,
everybody's
explain
talking
that.
about the latest rocket.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so
I don't need to explain it. I mean, so Eddie Jefferson would take lyrics, he would make up lyrics to famous jazz solos, and he wrote lyrics to Lester Young's Paper Moon solo, which is not technically a Basie recording.
No.
That was his own, Lester's own recording date. But let's play it.
Let's do it.
We're in the key of F, I think. I'm confirming. Are we in the key of F?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay. I follow you. If I'm married and have children. That's nice that I have my producer here to answer for me.
Ooh.
That's great. It's a fun time here today. I'm an old maid. funny. Thank you guys. That was Paper Moon.
You know, I heard Dexter
And-
Gordon play that many times.
Yes.
And
really?
Dexter.
I never heard Dexter. Well, I mean, I
You
never
never
heard
heard
Dexter.
Dexter Gordon.
But I mean, I can't recall a recorded version.
No, I heard it many times though. Dexter played it. I think it is on that one record with Eddie Jefferson, live record. Anyway, Dexter was a huge fan of Lester Young.
Yeah, of course.
These musicians idolized Lester Young. Clark Terry too. Clark would sit around and talk about Lester Young for hours. He idolized Lester Young.
Your eyes are blue, your kisses too. I never knew what they could do. I can't believe that you're in love with me. You're telling everyone I know I'm on your mind each place you go. I can't believe you're in love with me. I have always placed you far above me. I just can't imagine that you love me. After all is said and done, to think that I'm the lucky one. I can't believe you're in love with me. I can't believe you're in love with me. All of me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good, dear, without you? Take my lips. I want to lose them. Take my arms. I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was my heart. No, I can't believe you're in love with me. much. I wanted to get a couple quick tunes in there. I think we're going to do one more, even though we've gone a little bit over. Hi, Lizzie. Nice to see you. Thank you so much to everybody who tuned in today and joined us. Stephen and I were saying just before we started that, honestly, this theme of Billie Holiday and Lester Young could be so many shows.
A lot of shows, yeah.
Because we really just totally brushed the surface of a lot of things. We're going to close with a tune that she wrote. It's Fine and Mellow. They recorded this together a couple times, perhaps most famously on the Sound of Jazz video, which I believe, is that 57, Stephen?
57. It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. You can watch the whole thing. It's sort of like it's like a cavalcade of stars.
Yeah, all star.
And in her part, she sings Fine and Mellow and something else.
Lester's on that too.
Lester's on there, and it's a great band. Also, I want to say Coleman Hawkins. They're both on there. And this is obviously another saxophone player.
Jerry Mulligan.
Jerry Mulligan. Yeah, it's a great thing to watch. And but we're gonna play a little Fine and Mellow. I hope you guys enjoyed it today, and I'm so glad. Thank you for being here with me. It's wonderful to see you every week. I love hearing from you, and please stay in touch. Join us again next week. We'll have a different kind of theme. Bruce says the last song was his favorite. Honestly, you can't beat All of Me, right?
Jazz tune.
Great tune, great song, great changes, great melody. It works at different tempos. Anyway, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for your support, your friendship. If you want to contribute to the show and donate and help sponsor these Sundays, you can. I know many of you do every week, and I appreciate it. And the links are in the text box on PayPal and Venmo and Zelle. And I will talk to you guys soon. We're going to do Fine and Mellow. Oh, it's slow version. My man don't love me.
Sing it now.
He treats me awful mean. My man don't love me. He treats me awful mean. He's the lowest man that I've ever seen. for watching. I love you guys. Please have a wonderful week and stay healthy. Hang in there. And I will see you next Sunday. Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.